This category defines largely on basis of physical and mineralogical properties important to plant growth. Is it A, subgroup, B, soil series, C, grade group, D, family? B, soil series. Okay. B, B. So guys, no, let's have elimination again. Okay. So grade group, anong mga nandyan? Moisture regimes. So mineralogical properties, X. Ay, subgroup pala yon. Ay, hindi, tama. Okay. Subgroup, ano yung nandyan? No? Ay yung TP, intragrade, and extragrade. May mineralogical properties doon? Wala. Okay? Soil series. Ano si soil series? Kung saan na pangalanan yung lupa. Yun at yun na yun. Okay? Your family, no? Remember, di ba, in example ko kanina, ito yung nagpapahaba. Kasi sasabihin mo doon, mineralogical properties, yung temperature regime, yung, yung dominant texture, di ba? Uh, let's say, ang example ko kanina ay Montmorillonitic, isohyperthermic, clayey, calcic, ano yun? Rodseralf. Okay? So yung tatlo na Montmorillonitic, isohyperthermic, clay, family yun. Montmorillonitic, okay, that is yung mineral, okay, or the colloids na laman ng lupa. Okay? Kaya family ang laging nag-i-indicate ng mineralogical properties and others. Okay? So siya yung may pinakamaraming sinasabi, si family. Okay? Pag family talaga ang daming kuda. Okay? Joke lang. So question, which is a more detailed map? Is it A, 1:5,000, B, 1:50,000, C, 1:15,000, D, 1:10,000? Okay? D daw. So how about the others? C. Okay? So again guys, this is your map scale na tinatawag. So ibig sabihin, no, parang sa kada 1 sentimetro na distansya sa mapa, yun yung katumbas niya. Okay? Okay. So let's say sa 1 centimeter, parang pixels lang yun eh. No? Okay? So parang sa 1 centimeter, ibig sabihin nung 50,000, ang katumbas nun ay 50,000 meters sa 1 centimeter sa mapa. So that is masyadong malaki. So guys, parang pixels yan. Kung maliit yung size ng pixels, mas detalyado yung pictures, di ba? The smaller the pixel size, the more detailed the picture is. So ganun din yung map. So the smaller the scale, the more detailed the map is. So the answer here is 1:5,000. Remember, sabi ko nga, no, yung advice ko gumawa ng intensive map. Ang mapa niya na na-produce is yung buong farm. No, farm na. So, ganun kadetalyado na yung farm. Lahat ng properties ng farm, okay, nakita na. Okay? So, next. When the soil is flocculated, okay, it means that the soil has high amount of A, phosphorus, B, potassium, C, calcium, D, nitrogen. Sorry. B, potassium, potassium. Okay. B din. So the answer, okay, sabihin ko ba yung answer o deduction method tayo? Okay, or ano na lang. So synonym na lang, no? Guys, when we say flocculation or flocculated, ang synonym niya is aggregated. Okay? So when the soil is aggregated, it means that the soil has amount of what? So ito wala tong kinalaman sa aggregation. Si phosphorus, wala ring kinalaman sa aggregation. Si potassium, remember your, pwede. Kasi remember your 1:1, 2:1 non-expanding, di ba nandun siya? So pinagdidikit niya yung colloids or yung dalawang yun. Okay? However, hanggang dun lang yung powers niya na kaya niyang pagdikitin. Ganun lang kaliliit. Okay? So the answer there is calcium. So guys, if you do liming, no? Ito trivia. When you do liming, your main goal is to adjust the pH, di ba? To increase the pH. Pero passively, it also improves the CAC, okay? And the uh, structure, okay? Yung structure ng lupa. Kasi your calcium promotes aggregation or flocculation. Okay? Pag sinabi nating aggregation, yung pagsasama-sama, clumping together of the sand, silt, and clay. Okay? As a whole. Okay? Okay. So, calcium ang sagot. No? Okay tayo dan. Uh, what, paano kung ang nandyan, so, halimbawa no, walang calcium dyan, pero may organic matter. Okay? Yung sagot, organic matter. Kasi nagpro-promote din siya ng flocculation, ng aggregation. Okay? So, ayun. So, the nutrient element that is not easily lost and mostly required by plant. Is it A, nitrogen, B, phosphorus, C, sulfur, D, calcium?
Nitrogen, baby. Easily lost and most required.
Okay, so nitrogen daw sabi ni Lizel. Bakit nitrogen ang sagot mo? How did you come up with nitrogen? Pwede mong i-share.
Kasi sir, madulat sa pero sa plants, pero nang mas kinanglan pag sa sang atot nga tanom. Kay kung wala ang nitrogen, hindi namin ang tubo sa atot nga tanom.
Okay, so yes, no? The answer is nitrogen. Tama, no? Kailangan talaga siya sa, again, part siya ng macronutrient. Macronutrient na ina-uptake or essential element. So, although part din tong mga to, ito, hindi madaling nawawala. Okay? Itong dalawa. Pwera na lang kung si sulfur, nawawala siya pag waterlogged, no? Or flooded condition. Pero wala namang nilagay na situation. So, this would be generally speaking. So, si phosphorus nyo, fix lang siya. Okay? Nafi-fix siya. Ibig sabihin, nandun siya sa lupa, pero hindi siya na-access. So, hindi siya nawawala talaga. Okay? Nagigets niyo yun? Parang ikaw, parang kinulong lang siya sa kwarto, pero nasa bahay pa din siya. Okay? Ganon yun. Okay? Si nitrogen, siya yung mabilis nawawala. Nagli-leach pababa sa soil system, pumupunta sa water table. Okay? So, the answer is nitrogen. Next, which of the following soil organism is the most numerous in the soil? A, bacteria, B, fungi, C, virus, D, actinomycetes.
I think fungi.
Okay, fungi daw ang sagot. How about the others?
Ay, virus.
A, bacteria A.
Anong virus siya?
A. Okay. So, yes, the answer is A, guys. Remember, these are your sila yung pinakamaliit na organism sa lupa. Wala tayong virus sa lupa, no? Meron siguro hindi ganun karami kung meron man. Okay? So, bacteria, no? Sila yung pinakamaliit. No? So sa isang tablespoon, remember the trivia, yung isang tablespoon na 100 million to 1 billion ang population ng bacteria. So ganun sila karami compared kay fungi. Okay? So bacteria is the answer. Next, soils with high buffering capacity are generally those which are, is it A, sandy soils with low organic matter, B, clay soils with high organic matter, C, sandy with high organic matter, D, clayey with low organic matter. So what's the answer?
Those which are sandy soil with low organic matter, clay with high organic matter,
Okay, so
buffering.
So may D. Okay. B. Okay. Okay, so punta tayo sa deduction method tayo dito. Let's do deduction method. Okay? So una sa lahat, no? High OM, high buffering capacity. Remember, ano sila? They are directly proportional. No? Pag tumaas yung organic matter, mataas yung yung buffering capacity. So lahat ng low organic matter, X. Okay? So now, ang choice na lang natin, mamimili between clayey and sandy. Okay? Punta tayo sa surface area. Okay? So, kung sino man ang may pinakamataas na surface area, siya ang may kayang hawakan na ions. Okay? So, in that case, no, mas maraming kayang hawakan na H. Okay? Remember your lyotrophic series, guys, no? Si H ang pinaka nag-a-adhere. Okay? So, ibig sabihin ng buffering capacity, again, is the ability of the soil to resist sudden change in pH. Okay? Okay, so now let's relate. So now, mas marami akong hydrogen ion. Pag ba flinad mo ako, magbabago agad yung pH ko, kayang-kaya kong hawakan yung mga H ions na to. So I can maintain the amount of hydrogen atoms na nag-a-adhere sa akin. Okay? So ano ang sagot na pag ganon? Sino ang mas may kayang hawakan na H ions? Okay? So cross out na si sandy soil. Clayey with high organic matter.